Right, welcome back guys. Moving swiftly on with my next build. Now as you know, I went to the fair a couple of weeks ago and this will be another kit from the fair. Basically what it was, I had £70 left because there was a couple of kits I couldn't get. Namely the X-Wing and the AT-ST from Star Wars Bandai. So I thought I'll use that 70 quid on the Amazon Japanese sellers and get those kits. Anyway, as we was walking out the fair towards the exit, my wife saw this stall that sold two kits that she had looked at. She goes, "Oh, those look nice. Fancy having a crack at building them for me?" And I was like, "Oh, all right then." You know, there goes a £70 I was saving up for them Star Wars kits. You know, just to keep her quiet. So here's the first of those kits. Right. As you can see, it is the Herman Munster figurine, statue, whatever you want to call it, from the Munsters. That's what it'll look like once it's finished. That's how she wants it doing. So that's how I'm going to do it to that. So if she complains, it's not my problem because I said it's her kit. So, but to be honest, it don't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, I like that green glow on the front of the box. Anyway, going to the kit. You got the Herman's head. You got a front and a back piece. The detailing is not too bad actually. You got bits to go on the tape for the diorama. This is going to be like a front and back kit. You can see the front and the back of his legs, trousers, the front and back of his jacket, side and side for his arms. His hands are one piece. The detailing is not too bad. Actually, I think you get two options. No, it's half and half, just like everything else. Then you got the table. Detailing is not too bad. You got bits for the table there. Table legs, again, half and half. Then you got the clear parts there for the jugs and the conical flasks that go on the table. Actually, where's that bit for the head? Right, there's the bit for the head. You can see there's the lid for the head. So his head's going to be three parts. You've got the two halves for the boots, both sides, left and right. Then you've got the base, which is actually nice and detailed. It's really got a really nice rough edge for the stone cladding effect. Not too bad. Instructions are fairly straightforward. Oh, bloody light. But you can see anyway. Front and back assemblies all the way around. Pages folded over. Trying to do this with one hand. You can see there's the table effect. There's the completed Herman. You can see there, putting all the tables on and everything, putting him onto the base. Suggested colours, very vague as normal. Face and hands, pale blue, green, black, brown, copper, rust, light brown, dark grey and off-white. So I'm going to have to experiment with those colours. I've already got the Humbrol 251 for the dark brown. And I've already ordered the two colours of green from America. I'm just waiting for them to arrive from DHL. Well, there it is. I'm going to get cracking now to keep her quiet. Stay with me. Right, as you can see, started construction on Herman. Started with the headpiece. You can see the tape is wrapping it all the way around. I've got a bit of a seam going all the way down, and on that side you can actually see it through the tape. So I'm hoping that won't take too much sanding. But on the top there you can see round where I've put the lid of Herman's head in, you see there's a bit of a gap. I might fill that in, or when it comes to painting I'm going to see how bad it shows up. And when I paint it black I'm hoping it won't show through, so I might have to do a bit of filling on that. Right, starting on his torso. Basically you've got his jumper insert into the jacket. I had to shave round the edges around the neck there because there was like really crap and sharp, and it was actually, I think it's extra bit of mould, so I had to shave that out before I can get that in. But getting this in here was a bit of a pain in the arse, trying to get the neck right underneath into from the back, as you can see. Again, there was 2 pins to stop, and it was a right pain in the arse. Getting those 2 in, you actually get your fingers and push those apart, and then you push that into place. But now it's in, it don't look too bad at all. Just a bit of a pain in the arse to get that in. Stay with me. Right, quick progress indeed on Herman. You can see that I've put the 2 halves of his jacket together with the jumper insert. You can see there's a bit of a seam to deal with there, and on the other side as well. Round the neck piece, the glue is actually, there's a little bit of a gap, but the glue has actually filled that in nicely. Not too bad at all. So that's that. The 2 halves of his trousers, you can see those have been filled in, those have been glued together. Again, another seam all the way down, both sides, but that's nothing too major to deal with. Now you're probably wondering what that big massive square that's missing out of his backside is for. It's to fit in there like that, so it locks into place. And I've test fitted it, and it actually is quite a decent fit. Not too bad at all. So that's that. I've done both arms. You can see that I've marked them up. Again, there's a bit of a seam. Both sides. But not too bad. I can deal that with some sandpaper. Again on the left one as well. You see I've marked it up left. Seam there. Now on the head, basically you can see where it's shining, because that's where I filled it in with the glue, just to hold it down a bit better, and I'm hoping that's filled that gap in. It looks like it might have actually. Seam issues, not too bad. It looks, I mean on the head, on part of his hair, it looks like it's actually in with a hairline, but it's around the bottom of his ears and on his neck by the bolts. You can see that on that side there's a bit of a seam, and on that side as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything just above his bolt where my thumb is. Upon close inspection I'll see what happens, but on the hairline it's not too bad. I might do a bit of sanding, I don't know. But progress is being made. Stay with me. Right, welcome back. I've been doing the seam work on Herman. So I'll start with the torso and the jacket. You can see all the lines disappeared on that. Next comes the trousers. Not too bad. All of it's gone. Then his arms. All done. There's the other one, there it is. It's all done there, look. Not too bad, to be honest. On the head, it's all gone. Not too bad on, I did it on the hairline as well, but didn't take too much rubbing with my file. It's all gone. That line there is actually part of his hairline under his ear. While all that was being done, I had the fans and the boots gluing. I've just took the tape and elastic bands off. You can see that I've done the same work on that as well. Bit tough to get into the cracks of his knuckles, but I managed to get there in the end, and a bit careful around that pointing finger so I didn't snap it off. On his other hand, where it's like a fist, not too bad. Again, round his knuckles, I found it quite difficult, but I got there in the end. Also, the boots have been done as well. I don't really need to worry. There's a little bit of a seam there left, but you aren't going to be able to see it anyway once it's glued to the base. All the boots been done as well. But now the seam work has been done, Herman's all ready to be put together. Stay with me. Right, welcome back, guys. As you can see, using my electrical tape, I've now glued the arms onto the torso, and I've pulled round as really tight as I can possibly can to hold those arms into place while they're gluing, because using my pressure clamp like that, because the edges of his arms aren't square, the pressure clip slipping, so that's why I've had to use the tape. So while that's drying, I'm having a look at the boots. Now on the left boot you can see a peg on that boot that mounts into there like that, but pulling it back out again you can see there's no peg on the front of his boot, and on the right boot there's no pegs at all. It's actually loose on the fascia of the base. Now I'm just going to pause this video a sec, so I'm going to put his legs on. Hold on a sec. Now putting the legs into place, you can see that his right leg still moves and his left leg still does move a bit as well. So using the excess sprue pegs on the table legs sprue, you can see there, I'm going to drill a hole in the front of his left boot, and then I'll drill a hole in the rear of his right boot and his front of his right boot, and then those pegs will give it added security when I finally mount Herman onto the base. I just don't understand why Moebius didn't put any pegs in his right foot. Stay with me. Right, welcome back guys. As you can see, I've took all the tape off that was holding Herman's arms to his torso, and you can see there is a bit of a gap, well not much, around the sides there. You can see if I turn his body round on the table, you can see around there as well. What I've done, after I took the tape off, I've just run a bit of glue round the gaps just to see if it's going to fill them in slightly, because I spoke to my wife and she said, I asked her if she'd be bothered if there was a little bit of a gap, that, well, you know, that there, and she said, I think it'll be alright once it's painted. So I'm going to let the glue dry and then see if the gap disappears. While I'm waiting for that to dry, you can see I've glued the table legs together, and I've dry fitted the table on because I wanted to see how Herman's feet would sit there, so I can draw around them with a bit of pencil for those little pegs, so I can secure his feet. So now I've drawn round his feet, as you can see, with the pencil mark, and now I'm going to drill those holes for the pegs, but I'm getting there slowly. Stay with me. Right, welcome back. As you can see, in the boots I've now drilled the holes, and then using a grinding bit just to make those holes a bit bigger and smooth the holes down a bit, you can see that I've got they're ready for mounting onto the pegs. And also the same with the pegs, drilled the holes and then using my grinding bit just to smooth the holes out. Now the boots are ready for mounting. Right, mounting the boots into place, you can see them a lot more sturdier. They still move a bit, but them a hell of a lot more sturdier than I was before. A simple solution to what Moebius should have done in the first place. Stay with me. Okay, and welcome back. As you can see, I've primed all the pieces to Herman now in the seam and ease primer. Trousers, and like I said, it's gone down really nice. All the seams are gone. On the headpiece, it's not too bad at all. It's gone down really well. I've decided to do a bit of filling on his headpiece, just those little bits there. Not too bad though. Got round his all hair features really nice. Round his hands as well. Not too bad. Where's the other hand? There it is. Veins have come out really well on his knuckles. Boots again, not too bad, as you can see. Now I've started painting the first coat of brown on the jacket, and you can see round the edges the glue has filled it in partially. It's not too bad at all. I was thinking about filling it in, But it ain't too bad. I mean, I spoke to my wife about it and she says, no, it's not too bad actually. The glue has partially filled it in. So, as you can see, I've started painting. Stay with me.